first of all, we will give you just a brief note of what you are going to have now is all about.
Somebody climbing down
And
the
then
steps, it will fall.
we will be listening if you have any doubts from that. Okay? After your doubts are cleared, and if you think, yes, it is,
Put this on paper and
start. Right? But of course, we make it as brief as possible. What is the most fearful thing in this world?
Death.
Yes, it is death. And according to the Vedic scriptures, there is an angel, probably a devata, who controls the death. Who is that? Yamaraj is supposed to be the in charge of death, isn't it? And is can anybody escape from death? Is in two ways. One is the physical death, and the other one is intellectual death. Physical death, no one can, of course, escape, because it is the body, and that anyway slowly deteriorates. No one can stop the deterioration of the body, because that's the nature. It's just made of the nature, and the nature always in a state of flux. So also the body. Do you know the meaning of death?
Taking a new form. Giving up the old body and then taking it.
Who?
The Atma.
Soul. We, whom we call as I, or we, you, he, she, that is the soul. What we call as Atma. Atma taking a new body is called birth. Atma giving up the body is called death. That's how that it is named. It is termed as death. Body goes, body comes, but we never go. We, the soul. The soul is eternal. The soul has neither birth nor death. And the soul always will be there. And the very nature of the soul is having knowledge. Knowledge is not the body's property. No part of the body possesses knowledge, not even brains. You know that? When doctor declares one person as dead, brain is here only. Every part of the brain is pretty much present here. Heart is here, lungs are here, pancreas is here, kidneys are here. Is there any part missing in the body? No, everything is here. But none of those parts function at all. No part functions. But as long as that soul is in the body, then no matter how old the body may be, but it functions. So the functioning ability, what we call made of knowledge, is the property of the soul. It's not the property of the body at all. So we are able to know, see, understand, analyze, forget, remember. All these are the different activities of the knowledge, what we call the jnana. So this knowledge is the very essential property of the soul. So as long as soul is here, thus long the knowledge will be there. What we call the perception. Right? When the soul goes, then nothing functions. So, fortunately, the body now we are in allowing us to understand about that knowledge. It is permitting us, yes, I have knowledge. I'm using my knowledge. I can use my knowledge. This kind of thinking power is there with the soul. The body permits that. Imagine the soul which dwells in the body of an animal can ever think these things. Soul is there even in that body as well, right? But do you think that soul, in spite of our repeated guidance, can it understand any of these things?
Come here.
Can it think? Oh,
Switch off this.
that's okay. So the soul cannot there in that body think of these things. Why? There is no difference between the souls. All souls are equally blessed with the knowledge. And soul contains in every object of this universe. In animals, there are souls. In birds, there are souls. In insects, there are souls. In trees, there are souls too. So there is no place, there is no a visible object in which soul absents. Soul is very much present. But soul in those areas cannot understand nor interact. Can it? No. Why? What is the reason?
My soul is taking a new form in next birth. Why the knowledge of my soul is not?
No, my soul is a wrong usage. You are the soul.
Okay, I understand. So, okay.
The one who is talking is the soul.
I am taking a new form next. So what happens to the knowledge that I have?
That is what I am asking. Before going your knowledge, first of all see the things that are present around and then talk. What happens for us, we will discuss later. The first thing what we need to understand now is you are seeing birds, you are seeing animals, you are seeing trees, you are seeing flies and mosquitoes like insects. Are they able to understand that I am a soul, I am blessed with knowledge? Can it understand? Why?
Triguna. They don't have guna.
Guna?
Triguna.
Nice day. They cannot talk, but do they understand at least?
Jnana.
They have jnana. Because when it is soul, that means soul possesses jnanam automatically. That you need not give jnanam to anyone. Jnanam is already there. But why do not they understand even if you say that? Now I said that you are having knowledge with you and you are in this body. So you are able to say, oh. And if I say to a dog or a cat or a cow, do you think that it says, yes, I am? Never. What is the reason? No. It is the body that doesn't permit. The body does not permit. For us, this body is permitting us to bring out our knowledge. It is the mechanism of the body that makes you to understand. Imagine you are having an old computer in your home and you purchased a new processor of the latest generation and you fixed into that. Do you think that it works in that? Exactly. The same thing. So the body here is allowing you to understand. That means that the knowledge of the soul is being used by this body. So the device permits you to understand or to release your knowledge. Whereas the body of an animal, a bird or an insect or a tree, in that sense. Any living organism you take, any living organism, it is a living organism means there is a soul. That is for sure. So it cannot understand because the body is not compatible to release the knowledge. The mechanism is not fixed in that body. It doesn't support. This body supports. Now, can you tell me a body that permits the soul to release the knowledge, to utilize the knowledge is valuable, or the body that doesn't permit? Whichever body permits, I think is more valuable body. That means the human body is pretty much valued because it supports the knowledge of the soul to utilize, isn't it? Now I come to your question. Soul moves from body to the other, one body to the other body. What is the reason? No. Exactly. It is the karmic records that drive the soul from one body to the other. According to the karmic records that are preserved there, whatever in order of priority, whatever that comes up, and to experience that particular popped up karma, you receive a body. A body will be given to you. And there you experience only that allotted portion of karmas. There is a lot of stock behind, but you just can't use that. Whatever that is popped up, what is that is allowed to you, only the body is given to experience that particular allotted karma, and through that body you only experience that much. Finished that, either you add something to the backlog or you may consume that. And another pop-up comes and then the soul goes again to that. That's how the soul migrates from one body to the other. That's how we are here. Probably we migrated from millions and millions of bodies. And fortunately now, the body we got allowing us, probably the past karma that brought us to this body is probably a better one. So we got a human body, wherein we can use our knowledge. But other bodies cannot. I think you got your answer now. Is it? That's good. And there is no guarantee that you are going to become a man in the next birth, because it's pretty much depending upon the past karmas only. And the karmas are the driving factors. As long as there are karmas, the soul goes on and on from body to the other body. No one can stop it.
Question
Keep it.
That's
And when I open it, then you can ask.
Question.
Yes. And when we clear off all the karmas, then we need not go through the cycle of death and birth. But a clearing of the karmas cannot be done by any other species because they cannot understand anything about it. But it can be understood only by man if he thinks he wants. I mean, you can understand now, oh, there is backlog, I want to get rid of that. Is there any way I can just clear it off? You at least can focus on that. You at least can think of that. Doing, not doing is up to other factors. But at least you can think of that element, eliminating the back karmas. You just are able to understand it about it, right? So there is a way what the Vedas talk about, by which you can just take care of all the past records, all the past karma, no matter since how long it is stored, but you can clear it off. How can you do it?
Doing good things.
What is good thing and what is bad thing?
It's
You may
karma.
think something is good, but for him it may be a bad. He may be thinking something is bad, but it may be good to you. Good and bad is a relative thing. It varies from person to person. I may be interested in sweet, and you may be interested in spices. And then if I give you sweet, you think it is very bad. And when you are interested in spices and I interested in sweet, and you don't give me sweet and only give spices, it is a punishment to me. Did you read the story of a fox and a duck? When you are young, there is a story of a duck and a crane, not actual duck, it is a crane. A crane having this long beak and a fox. There was a friendship deal between both of them. Did you read it? Yeah. So, a fox or a jackal can drink or eat something if it is in a plate, whereas a crane can take if it is having a long neck. From that, because it can keep the beak and just can squeeze things. So jackal invited crane to his home and offered something in the plate. How can crane eat something from the plate? He said, okay, my friend, I teach you a lesson. And then crane also invited jackal to back home, and then jackal came and it kept a big, long-necked part and said, come on, eat it. This is for you. Tit for tat. It is a kind of painful thing, bad, insult, isn't it? So, good and bad are not consistent. They vary from time to time, from person to person, from occasion to occasion also. To the same person, from one occasion to other occasion, good and bad keep changing. You just can't take something as so motto and say, hey, this is good forever, this is bad forever. Nothing. How can you get rid of the karmas? And we believe in Vedas, right? And Vedas have given us a way where we can just clear off all the karmic records by following something. What do we follow? I'll tell you later. Okay? But, you know, the one who takes care of death is Yamraj. He is the person in charge, for death. If you want that he should not touch you, he should not catch you, what you have to do? They can catch the soul, they won't catch the body. God of death only catches the soul, but not the body. Body will be here only. It's only soul that goes.
You surrender
Moksha.
yourself to God.
Still, the God of death may not leave you.
I know that. Know that.
Okay, I'll tell you some simile. You know police, right? Police come. And probably I think everybody in America knows about them. Because without him there is no life at all. Right? A police cop should not catch